Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. Thought I'd show you how to draw that. And when I make a video like this, I know that somebody's probably going to draw this, but I use a lot of tools and I thought I would show how I did it. I took the polygon tool, I set it on 12 sides. I held down the control button. I'm actually going to hit P. I'm going to take the shape tool and I'm just going to take one of the nodes, it doesn't really matter which one, and then kind of give it a little bit of a spin. Now, I'm going to see how big this thing is. Let's make it a little bit smaller and hit P and put it in the center of the page. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 14. I am going to draw an ellipse and I'm going to hit P, make it a little bit bigger by grabbing one of the corners and holding down the shift key. Now I only have to take the smart fill tool on one of these and I'm going to move it over. I'm actually going to use dark blue. Doesn't matter, I'm going to left click, right click. Now what I need to do is zoom in and take the shape tool and grab all the nodes, go up to Windows, Dockers, corners, and we're going to, maybe not quite that much, maybe 0.4. Put a little bit of a curve to it. Now, we don't really have to do anything, and we might do it two different ways to see how it looks. I'm going to go and open the contour docker now. I'm going to go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour the inside with rounded corners just a little bit. Now, I can take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. But before I do that, I'm going to group this together, Control G, so I can move it out of the way, because I don't really need it. And because we work in the center of the page, you can nudge this out of the way. Now I'm going to bring in indexing lines so I'll be able to see the center of the page. And we're going to Control D and make a duplicate. Double click on the rotation and have it snap to there. Rotate it, well, Control D and make a duplicate and rotate it 30 degrees. Control D all the way around. Now, I'm going, well, let me get rid of the indexing lines. I'm going to group this, well, I'm actually going to combine it. Then I'm going to get this is pretty cool when it does this, interactive fill tool. And I'm going to go from the circle outwardly, but I'm going to get the elliptical, and then put that right in the middle. And you could change coloration. We've already got white in the middle, but let's put this blue here and then bring our white out a little bit. Now, watch what happens when you go up to Object and break the curve apart. It put those 12 interactive fill tools in each individual one. And if we take our black box, I mean, look at that. That's pretty cool. Now let's do what I actually said I was going to do. This one we contoured. This one we're not going to contour and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go to Object and break contour apart. I'm going to get rid of the center one and I'm going to use this one because we can, because we've already got it spaced off between the other ones. So I'll grab the contour or the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to nudge it right back over. Bring my indexing lines back. Let's go ahead and make it that blue. Control D and make a duplicate. Double click on the rotation. There's not going to be that much difference because the only difference is going to be a little bit the space between the two. I'm having a little bit of trouble snapping to that. There we go. Rotate it 30 degrees. I did make a duplicate. Now rotate it 60. Control D. Now, when we combine this, you could really probably group it, but I think in this case, combine works, because then we can ungroup, break the curve apart. So we're going to get the interactive fill tool again and go somewhere from the center, and then grab the elliptical and put it in the center. And let's bring this in and maybe out a little bit. And then if you remember from that first one, we grabbed it and break the curve apart, and we did that. Now, there's not much difference with the exception that the spacing. So I was just trying to show that you don't really have to contour that, but there is quite a bit of difference. You know, look at the spacing versus that. Pretty cool design. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.